What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. What's up, Julissa, Tammy, Spirit of the Trees, Delea Lugo, Susan? How's everyone? Did anyone do anything exciting? I know it's Monday, but hey, I can ask. I had a busy Monday at work because I was at work, but other than that, Miss Kim, Nerd Report in the house. Guys, have you been checking out all the UFO stuff that Nerd Report has been putting out? If you haven't, check them out. Bernadette, what's up? D Nice. Aileen, happy Monday. Julissa says yes on Nerd Report. Tammy has said, if you guys haven't, Carol, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the UFO reports that Nerd Report has posted, go check them out. After me, of course. Because he's been putting out some good UFO videos up. Some funny ones too, if you haven't caught those. All right, to today's show, we are going to start off with Ghost in the News, where I Google Ghost in the News and see what pops up. I have 2 articles for you guys today, and then we're going to go talk about, because I thought I did urban legends in the States. I said, why not do, I was going to do Asian ones, and then I was like, wait a minute, I'm half Korean. Let's do some Korean urban legends. Angel, how's it going? Because I do like Asian horror. It's one of my favorites, so we'll see what urban legends lurk in their neck of the woods. Tyranna, how's it going? Carol thought I said ghost in the nude. No. I don't know if a ghost could be in the nude. I don't know if they ever found anybody. Just imagine they'll be like, I saw something in the corner and it wasn't clothed. D Nice is saying Korean horror is interesting. No, it's not popping up. Everything but what I want to pop up is popping up. Why does it not want to pop up? I hate when that happens. You have it all set up and then it wants to show the chat instead of my article. Go figure. Carol's like, sure they can. Julissa's Jelly of Nerd Report's Lemon Tree. Why does it not want to? Carol saying there have been stories of people seeing naked people on the side of the road. Then when authorities show up, they find the... Oh, no way. They find the deceased of the naked person they saw. That's creepy. I know he gets a lot of lemons. And it seems like it always has lemons all year round. Believe it or not. Which is crazy. Okay, well, we're going to do it this way since it wants to play games with me today. All right, this is not... I thought I saw this article and I was like, what? It's kind of not... You'll find out. Well, this is off of Yahoo Life. I am a ghost. Florida homeowner gets some unexpected company at dinner time, cops said. Written by Madeline Marr, and it was released today. They released it today. It was Miss Kim! Thank you for the super chat! I saw a great idea. This guy needs viewing hours for his channel. He's leaving on his mood lights, playing Zen music all night. I go to sleep every night to sleep music on YouTube already. Great idea. I sleep to white noise. So that is a good idea. Hearts for Miss Kim, guys. He does not make lemonade, D-Nice. But that is a good idea. Aaron, how's it going? Alright, it starts off. A Florida family had some unexpected company recently, and not the friendly sort. According to a police report from the Lee County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to a home in Fort Myers on a disturbance call on May 3rd. Oh, this is old, but it was just written. But I guess they probably barely found out about it. Call on May 31st at around 7:15 p.m. The homeowner, Brian McCaslin, reported that he was sitting down to dinner with his two teenage stepdaughters when he heard someone walk through the door. Because he had some workers doing tree trimming outside, he said he assumed it was one of them coming in to use the restroom. But when he looked closely at the individual, he realized it wasn't a worker, but a barefoot, shirtless man wearing only red trunks. Okay, wait, there's ghost in this article, I promise you. When McCaslin asked the subject what he was doing in his home, the still unidentified man answered, "I'm a ghost. You don't see me," said the client. He was shocked that I could see him, McCaslin told local news station NBC2. He thought he was walking around and that nobody could see him. Yes, you heard right. McCaslin told the intruder to leave and positioned himself between the subject and his stepdaughters, obviously to protect his family. The person exited the residence out of the unlocked front door, said the police report. Ring camera caught the random guy outside on the porch and then casually opens the door. But then who, even if you have workers outside trimming your trees, who leaves their front door open? I don't think anyone does that any, especially in this day and age. I sure don't. Do any of you guys leave your front door open? Thank you, Spirit of the Trees. Spring Storm, what's up? Because I sure, like I was saying, I don't leave my front door open. The tree trimmers told deputies that the individual then entered into one of their work trucks that was parked in the driveway. After they chased him off, the shirtless man then departed. I just got what you said, Carol. Then the shirtless man then departed on foot in an unknown direction. McCaslin said nothing was taken from the home and he did wish to press charges. Still, it was an unsettling experience. I could tell his behavior was not normal, McCaslin told NBC2. Who knows what this person might do if they have a chance to think. Wild. Hopefully we can find the individual and get him the help that he needs. So what would you guys do? What is it doing? Sorry, wrong screen. So what if you guys would do if this guy walked in your house and said, I'm a ghost. You can't see me. Susan saying, I'm in New York City, no open doors. I don't leave my doors open, and I live in a fairly decent neighborhood. Carol says only cops and Jehovah's Witnesses come to the front. Carol leaves the back door open. Julissa's like, not anymore. D-Nice is like, hell no, there's rats outside. Miss Kim, I stopped leaving my door unlocked after a serial killer said if your door was locked, he'd move on. If it was unlocked, he felt it was an invitation. Whoa, that is true, though. Scary, but true. Bernadette's like, is he cute? I don't think so. Spring Storm says the wind will blow our front door open if it's not locked. It's eerie. D-Nice says I would say you ain't John Cena. Angel said the same thing. Who was it? John Cena? You can't see me? Susan would think he was drunk. Miss Kim says, I always hear, but it's a safe town. Criminals travel. The serial killer was a truck driver. He traveled. Ooh, that's crazy. Tyranna, I lock my doors always. I do too. Spring Storm would answer with a reply. I would say, no, I'm a ghost. Get out of my house. Yeah, that, I don't know what I would think of it. And then it said the guy would press charges. The guy literally didn't do anything but open his door. I mean, I guess it's like trespassing, but still. But that's crazy. Super crazy. It would probably freak me out because I'd be like, who are you? And then why did I leave my door open? But luckily his daughters weren't there by himself because that would be even, scarier. The shamanistic unicorn Tam, what is up? Angel saying I live in a place where I have to lock my doors. Bernadette said I would have said you're a ghost, I'm a demon. D-Nice is the only ghost I will accept into my house is Patrick Swayze. Jules! Connected, just out of curiosity. Alright, there it goes. I think I might have gotten disconnected, so have you guys heard of the Conjuring House? Susan saying I would accept the ghost of James Dean. Wendy, how's it going? Melissa! Yeah, I know I was frozen because it cut off. My computer does not want me to talk about the Conjuring house. and I happened to mention the Conjuring house, and it cut off. Angel saying yes. Spring Storm I have. Bernadette's like, of course. Shamanistic Tamsin sounds serious. Aaron saying I've been watching the show Ghost. It's so funny. Alright, guys. What would you say? Would you actually camp overnight at the Conjuring house? Logical Spock, what's up? Yes, Melissa, it is the house from the Conjuring. Tammy's like, no. Susan's like, no way. Well, that goes into my next article. It's from Fox News. So it's a bit old. It came out in May 24th, but hey, it's still written by Courtney Moore. Conjuring House in Rhode Island launches overnight ghost camping for outdoorsy paranormal lovers. The Conjuring House in Burrillville, Rhode Island will be open for camping visits from June to October. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam says not alone. Julissa's like, no way, I'm a chicken. I only like scary stories and movies. Spring Storm's like, nope. Angel was, I absolutely would. Wank Shapeberry's like, yes. Melissa's like, I would camp there if all of you guys were with me. Tyranna's like, nope. Jules is like, I'll do it if you and Bernadette does it. Wank Shapeberry says, I wouldn't by myself. Zero, how's it going? Jules is like, let's do a fundraiser and go. We can live stream it. Well, anyways, the Conjuring House in Rhode Island is now offering a paranormal camping option for visitors who are brave enough to sleep among the spirits. The cinematic landmark has dubbed the experience of gamping, a term that's supposed to mean ghost camping, according to the accommodation's updated website. Located at 1677 Roundtree Road in Burrillville, a town in Providence County, Rhode Island, the 14-room farmhouse, there's really 14 rooms? That doesn't look like it's that big. Farmhouse served as a film location for the 2013 horror movie, The Conjuring, which is reportedly loosely based on real-life exploits of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The movie starred Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as the Warrens, and the plot focuses on how the couple, as they try to help a Rhode Island family, the Perrons, get rid of ghosts in 1971. Hey folks, we are excited to launch our new overnight experience. Only 20 dates available from June to October, a social media manager for the Conjuring House wrote in a Facebook post on Thursday, May 18th. Imagine spending the night surrounded by the supernatural with the opportunity to investigate every spine-chilling corner of the land in this iconic location. The Facebook post continued. And now, for the first time ever, you can do so under our dark skies within the walls of our 3 to 4 person tents. This is your chance to experience the land known as a portal and what has earned the Conjuring House its legendary status, it said. Visitors of the Conjuring House who book a camping stay can choose from 8 on-property sites that have been rated on a fright factor from 1 to 10, according to the Conjuring House website. Investigative equipment won't be provided, so visitors are encouraged to bring their own paranormal gear. Pricing for overnight stays varies by tent or trailer type and ranges between $300 and $400. Extending a visit beyond a single night will incur an additional flat fee of $50 per person, the website says. That's not that bad. Fox News Digital reached out to a representative at the Conjuring House for comment. Camping visitors will not be granted access to the Conjuring House, and their prepared camping sites aren't equipped with showers, electricity, propane, or running water. Cell service and Wi-Fi can be very spotty in the woods and lower fields, the commendation noted on its website. Guests who book camping visits will be helped by a caretaker and have access to the property's 8.5 acres and a merchandise room shop. So what do you guys think? I mean, you're basically camping, but you don't have access to the house. So you're basically going to be ghost hunting on the property. Wendy's like, I told you New England got the ghostliest. Miss Kim saying they should play the movie on an outdoor screen. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. Spring Storm saying the Bell Witch House and Cave is closer. D Nice is like, yes, I'm down. Carol's like, press 1 if you want to go. Susan's like, we'll watch your live stream from there. But it says there's shoddy internet. So I don't even know if I could live stream. Bernadette saying, I like to find the cemetery that's there. It's in the deep woods. Matthew, what is up? Wendy's like, I need water in a bathroom. Wink Shaped Berry's like, I've heard of this place. It's scary. Jules is saying they have witches too. Melissa's saying we have super spooky ghost towns in Colorado. Miss Kim was like, I would go if it was closer. Tyran is asking, would I go? I would go if it was closer. I'm with Miss Kim. Zero's like, let's go. Susan's like, New England has loads of ghosts, so much crazy history, witches, and everything else. Carol's like, I have a 6-person tent and it's blessed I need a tent mate. Isn't Miss Kim, isn't Lobo the ghost town in Texas that's up for sale? Bernadette's like, I wonder how much it would be to investigate in the house. Because that's where that would, to me, I mean, the land obviously is haunted too, I think, as well. But I think the house would be more scarier. But then there's no electricity, so it's gonna be pitch black out there. Melissa's like, take. I would sleep through the hauntings. So then it goes on. How is that 14 rooms? That does not look like 14 rooms. That house to me looks smaller. Sleeping cots, lanterns, camping chairs, central fire pits, gas grills, water, portable potties, and a historic tour of the grounds will be provided. So there are water, lights, sleeping cots, and portable bathrooms. Children under the age of 16 aren't allowed to participate in camping, and teenagers who are 16 and 17 must be accompanied by a parent or legal guardian. A full list of what to expect, rules, restrictions, and pricing can be found on the Conjuring House's website at theconjuringhhouse.com/camping at the conjuring house. That still to me does not look like it's 14 rooms. Zero T's is asking, where's Amityville Horror House? Isn't it in Rhode Island too? Or around there? Or I'm thinking Susan's like, it's a simple log cabin. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Bernadette's pretty big inside from what I've seen in the videos. Long Island, Melissa says. I got the island part right. Wendy, oh, I know that, but I would want to investigate the house if I were gonna go camping. I almost said glamping because it sounds similar to glamping. Angel saying Amityville is in Long Island, as Melissa did say as well. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam saying looks like an old barn converted. Brandon saying that cabin looks creepy. Wake Shapesberry saying I've seen that cabin before. Ms. Kim saying that house is bigger. They're showing the end of it. It has add-ons. That's probably because I always see the house like that. So I'm like, that doesn't have 14 rooms. What are you talking about? Wendy's like, we got the ghostliest. Then I saw Bernadette say earlier that someone new bought the house. So that might be why they're trying to make money off. Well, obviously they're probably trying to get their money back from what they put into the house. But that's still a cool idea though. Miss Kim saying Amityville scares me more. That house is creepy looking. But then they show it on the news or something. They're like it's just a regular house. But then when I think about the movie, I'm like, it's still creepy. Julius is like, I can't imagine living in the Amityville house. I don't know, because I wouldn't want to be woken up at, what time was that at? Like 3:15 or something like that? Christy! 3:33. Thank you, Wendy. I knew it was around there somewhere. Because that's... Bernadette saying I would want to do the estate methods in the basement. Matthew saying no ghosts in the Amityville house. That's what I heard. That it's all made up. Because even I think I heard too, the people living in the house said that nothing has happened. Beautiful house though. Beautiful house. Susan says the scariest house is the mom's house next to the Bates Motel in Psycho. Angel saying, okay, Angel's saying it's 3:15. Okay, then maybe I was right. I haven't seen that movie in a while, so I apologize. Springstorm, Bobby Mackey's looks super creepy. That one, I don't know about. But yeah, that one looks super. Bobby Mackey's Music World looks super creepy. So does the Washoe Club. Alright, guys, that brings us to as I set it up here because the other way is not working. For some odd reason. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam saying somebody was jealous of how nice the house was and started a rumor. Jules is saying the scariest house ever was the house I grew up in. My family was nuts. Matthew's saying they changed the windows in the Amityville house. Seen videos of the place on YouTube. I like those windows. That's what made that house creepy. But I get why they would do that. I've camped out in the desert in a trailer, not in a tent. I never did the tent thing, but I think we had a bathroom. I don't remember because it was so long ago. And then recently I camped at EDC, which had bathrooms and showers and water and all that kind of stuff. So that wasn't like real camping in the middle of nowhere. But they said in the Conjuring house one that you'd be supplied with water and porta potties. So technically that's not full blown camping. that's, I don't know what you would call sleeping outside in your backyard. That's still kind of camping though. It's glamping. There you go. It's still camping, but you have all your amenities. D Nice is saying Coronado, but not the hotel, the campgrounds along the beach next to it. I've been wanting to go to Coronado because they said there's a lady in black that walks the beach looking for her long lost love. And I've been wanting to go there so bad. I mean, I've seen it from across the bay, but I've never actually been to it. Angel saying the whole neighborhood in Amityville hates people visiting that street, let alone the house. I know, they're not very friendly, I heard. Wendy's like, my idea of glamping is nothing like this, y'all. Still, well, technically glamping, you'd have all your amenities like your electricity, bathroom, shower, but you're still kind of camping. So technically, but you're not camping. Springstorm saying the closest to camping I get to was staying in an outdoor motel. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Wink Shapeberry loves camping. Logical Spock is saying there's paranormal stuff here in Wichita. I just am too afraid to go. Shamanistic Tam loves camping as well. Nothing wrong with that, Melissa. At least you tried it. I think we're all too used to our electricity and our amenities. I'm the same way. Alright, guys, we are going to go into Korean urban legends. But let me bring it down so you can see that. Oh my gosh, it's all in black, but you can still see it. I love when they do that, but let me go back. All right, this is on Create a Trip. I think it's like a blog type site. It was written 2 years ago by Ji Hyung Lee, and it's spine-chilling Korean horror stories and urban legends. Scary stories of urban legends and ghosts that have struck fear into many Koreans. Summer is here. I'm assuming when they wrote this, it was like summer. Well, summer's almost here too. But we've been having June gloom, which I'm kind of enjoying because I'm not looking forward to the heat. Summer is here, and it's getting hotter by the day. One thing that springs to mind when we think about summer in Korea is urban legends and ghost stories. Nothing beats a bone-chilling horror story to help us cool down. In the early 2000s, these mini comic books were very popular. Oh, those look kind of cool. Called, I can't read Korean. They collected spooky urban legends from across South Korea. Students would buy a book from the stationery store in front of the school and sit down together to read and try to scare each other. Let's have a look at the urban legends that used to send chills down the spines of Koreans. We made sure to add a link rather than to display pictures that are especially scary. Click the links if you're feeling brave. So it starts off with the ghost on Jairo motorway. I kind of like this. I kind of chose this because it had some cool pictures. Our first urban legend takes place on Jairo, a motorway that connects Seoul to Paju in Gyeonggi province. Rumors began to spread that if you drive on Jairo in the middle of the night, you might encounter a woman standing still in the middle of the road. Many people testified that it looked like the woman was wearing sunglasses. However, on a closer look, you could see that it wasn't sunglasses, but black holes dug where her eyes should be. The public became aware of the story after celebrities such as Park Shin-hye, Park Hee-jin, and Taek Jae-hun told about their encounters with the woman on TV. It seemed like the ghost was standing on the road trying to catch a ride. The TV station TVN even called an exorcist to help explain the phenomenon, and viewers were told that it was the spirit of a woman in her 20s who had been strangled and killed close to the location. Passing near the Han River and Isan Lake Park, Jairo is not very well lit, and the fog can be quite thick. Oh, this must be it. Or that almost looks like that's probably like a picture. I don't think that's an actual photo of the place. Some argue that the ghost is merely an optical illusion created on dark and foggy nights. But when many people sure of what they've seen, we find it difficult to dismiss as just a coincidence. Click here to see what the Jairo ghost looks like based on eyewitness accounts. I can imagine what she looks like. Woman with a red mask. And I think the woman with the red mask is the slit face woman from Japan. I think it's similar. The story about a woman with a red mask was very popular in South Korea a decade or two ago. It seems like the urban legend started in Japan, came to Korea, and it has now spread throughout East Asia. The story goes as follows. A woman wearing a red mask approaches you and asks, "Do you think I'm pretty?" If you answer that indeed you think she is pretty, she will take off her mask, revealing her mouth, which is horribly slit from ear to ear. "I'll make you as pretty as me," she says, and goes on to rip the corners of your mouth open. Ooh, she's scary in this picture. There are currently several versions of the story circulating in Korea. One version tells that the victim of the red mask woman will have their mouth slit open differently depending on their blood type. If you have blood type A, you get away with just a little cut. People with B type are cut a bit deeper, and AB types have to suffer from getting their mouths cut open to the length of a wide smile, like the Joker. That is interesting. People with O type draw the shortest straw, however, as they will have their mouths cut open from ear to ear. Others insist that there are evil spirits wearing masks of different colors. If you encounter a man with a blue mask, he's likely to rip your mouth vertically rather than horizontally. White mask? That might be the surgeon who initially slit the mouth of the red masked lady. That is crazy. I like this version and how it's completely different than the Japanese version. A spirit wearing a yellow mask will have a foul, suffocating breath. Another apparition with a black mask is actually trying to track down the woman with a red mask to kill her. That is crazy. D Nice is like, Heath's Joker, want to know how I got these scars? Melissa's saying I'm B+, the most optimistic blood type. I have no idea what blood type I'm in. Wendy's saying ask her another question. Aaron's like, as a B, I don't like the story. We better hope. Well, I don't know what I am. I never really checked. If you have blood type A, you get away with just a little cut. So it seems like A is like the least likely to suffer from her. But then I like the fact that there's different people wearing masks and they all have different, like, what do you call it? Like, they have like their different tasks that they're doing. So like if you see one with a blue mask, you want to stay away from him. A white mask is the one who initially slit the mouth of the red mask. And then a yellow mask is just foul, suffocating breath. And then a black mask is trying to look for the red mask to avenge everyone else that's been suffering. Well, it doesn't say that, but I added that. Julius is like, oh my gosh, I'm an A+. Zero T's is saying we have the black Dahlia. She had her mouth like that. D Nice goes, that sounds like a game of checkers, red versus black. Bernadette's like, what if you tell her she's ugly? What happens? I don't know. I know, the Japanese one, it said that if you said no, she would leave you alone, but she may come after you later. So it's weird how it's like an identical story, but it's completely changed. With so many different types of evil spirits wearing masks, children used to discuss the best course of action to take depending on the type. Many agree that a way to escape the woman with a red mask is to run up to the second floor of a building or look for a dog. These days, when everyone wears a mask, we don't know who we can trust. I want to watch that movie, the slit mouth woman, but I can't find a clean version of it because it's on YouTube, but it's not clean. Carol's saying you have to say she's pretty. No. She'll ask, am I pretty? And if you answer she's pretty, then she kind of, she does to you like she had done to herself. But I think when I was sharing the Japanese one on another stream, if you say no, she kind of leaves you alone. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam is saying run up to the second floor and jump to get away. Well, they said to get a dog. I don't know what. For protection, maybe? Alright, the next one. The Sack Man. The sack man refers to an old man who carries a sack on his bag. Mang Tae-ji is a traditional Korean sack made of straw to carry things. Sounds almost like Santa Claus, right? But although some children are scared of Santa, it's nothing like the fear of the sack man strikes into the heart of young Koreans. It's said that children who don't listen to their parents will be put in a sack to be taken away by an old man. What happens to the children? Some stories tell that the old man devours them, others that he gives them a scolding before sending them back home. Korean parents sometimes use this story to make their children behave. If you don't listen to what we say, the sack man might come to you to take you. Poor kids. Oh my gosh. That's kind of like Krampus, in a way. Just imagine being a kid and your parents telling you, you better behave or the sack man's coming after you. Hey, Butter. Spring Storms is like, what if you said you're pretty ugly? I don't know. She may just be angry. Bernadette would say, you're pretty annoying. Shoo, go away, idiot. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam is saying, like Nightmare Before Christmas. Kind of. Heather, whatever! Alright, the next one is Hong Kong Grandma. The Hong Kong Grandma is an urban legend that was popular in the late 80s and early 90s. Why would a grandma from Hong Kong be scary? The story goes that the plane of an old woman who was traveling from Korea to Hong Kong crashed. The woman died, but just before she drew her last breath, she mystically merged with the cat she had brought with her, turning her into a half-human, half-cat ghost. The woman turned ghost is said to kidnap and murder children. Wait a minute, what? In the middle of the night, her cat-like abilities make it impossible to escape her as she can both run fast and jump high. This urban legend was spread throughout Seoul, scaring many elementary school students at the time. Some children refused to go to school because of the story. The myth was so widespread that it even appeared on MBC News in 1989. That is a creepy story. It'd be a cool story to read about, though. However, there are no records of any plane crash of an airliner going to Hong Kong from Korea. So what are the origins of this legend? Some argue that child abductions and human trafficking were so frequent in Korea at the time that parents in the Gangnam area made up the story, making sure that the children would come home straight after school. Wow, that's a crazy that's a sight though. Bernadette saying, so she's an evil ghost cat woman. Okay, that's different. That's what I was thinking. It's different. Matthew saying ghost cat woman goes right through Batman. D Knight says, oh, is this the inspiration for DC's Catwoman? I don't know. Yeah, but this one's cooler because she's half... Her face is half cat. She's not completely cat. Like, I like this picture right here. I think this is super cool. Teresa! Glad you made it. The shamanist unicorn tam saying, wow, sadly believable. It is, but like even the reason that they gave, maybe it was the parents made up this story because of what was going on at the time so that their children will make it home straight after school, which that is even cool. I think that's kind of cool. Melissa saying South Korea has the best scary stories. When are we gonna get Squid Game 2? I have no idea. I don't even think they announced that at all. Like an actual date. But I loved Squid Game. They're saying 2024 or early 2025. Oh my gosh, no. Can't wait that long. The only thing, if you guys haven't seen Squid Game, do not put the English dub on. Because the voices did not go with the actors at all. I was like... Because it happened to be on Lewis's TV for some odd reason. He had it on English dub, and I was like, what is this? Thank you, Melissa, for the Cash App donation. And saying thank you for streaming. Thank you, Melissa. You're awesome. Hearts for Melissa. I'm trying to make it echo. Oh, Bernadette saying makes me think of the lady that ended up looking like a cat from all her surgeries. I think I remember that one. D nice. She sent me cats. And she said the story reminded me of that. I like this story. What about you guys? I actually kind of like this one because it's different from all the other stories. And I like cats. The next story. Kong Kong Ghost. Hold on, guys. I can't see it. That is weird that I didn't get a, Give me a second, guys. It's gonna make me log in. Don't mind my creepy laughter. Thank you, Heather Whatever, for your PayPal donation. Hearts for Heather Whatever. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Melissa and Heather Whatever. Christy Fox is like, yes, love it. It's unique. Carol was like, that was a horrible movie. I have not seen it because just by the trailers it looked horrible. So I never bothered watching it. Yeah, 2025 and early 2024 for Squid Game 2. I know what the actor, one of the actors is supposed to be in a Star Wars, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know which one, so that might be why. Although it's less common these days, in the past, Korean schools would often stay open until 10 or 11 p.m. for night self-studies. The Kong Kong ghost story is an urban legend that started to spread among students who stayed until late at school. The story goes as follows. There used to be a student who always had the second best grades in her school. She resented the student who always beat her. Her own greed, along with her pressure from her parents, made her kill her rival by pushing her off the rooftop, disguising it as a S. The murder student turned into a ghost, which is called the Kong Kong ghost. That is a weird looking picture. When she was pushed off the roof, the student landed with her head first. She now has to move by jumping her head on the floor. Kong Kong refers to the thumping sound that the ghost makes as she moves around. Ooh. If you've ever been to a school after dark, you know that the usual lively school suddenly turns very eerie. No wonder what the urban legend started to spread. Among students. Thump, thump, thump. Oh my gosh, that's creepy. That gave me the chills when I was reading that. Cause that would all you would hear be like thump, 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 thump. You'd be like, what is that? Bernadette thought I said the King Kong ghost. Teresa's like, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already done so. And as I always say, for anyone catching me on the replay, please leave a comment so I know who's watching. And I always read all you guys' comments, so keep them coming if you catch me on the replay. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam, that story sounds so true. It does, because whenever you're in a big building by yourself, like, you start hearing things. So that's like a perfect, like, ghost story to tell if you're like in an empty building. Rochelle, what's up? You'll be studying and then all of a sudden you hear thump, thump, thump. That would freak me out. Spring Storm saying, I bet it sounded like a basketball. Yes! You would probably think it was some kids, like, practicing or something, or walking through the halls with a basketball. I don't know if they have kids walking with basketballs in the halls in Korea, but Carol saying, I live down the street from General Motors, Flint, Michigan, and something every morning at 5, the ground emits a pounding noise. That is crazy. That is super crazy. The next one is school statue and portrait ghosts. We continue on the theme of school-related ghost stories. Statues are often erected on school grounds in South Korea. They might be statues of Korean historical figures such as Admiral Yi Sun-sin, King Sejong, or independence activist Yu Guan-sun. A widespread myth has it that these statues come to life at midnight. Each school has a slightly different version of the story, but common themes are that they cry tears of blood or that they start walking around the school grounds. Many stories tell that anyone who sees this will end up dying. Whoa. If there aren't any statues on the school, students instead have to be careful of portraits on the walls inside the school. Around midnight, you might find that the eyes of the people in the portrait begin to move. But beware, if you make eye contact, you will die. Students in Korean schools are often seen daring each other to stare at their portraits on the wall. Ooh, I like that one. I like these. Zero teases like, wow, that's crazy. So if you start seeing statues move at midnight, don't look at them. Teresa saying, I used to do late night janitorial work in a business office in my 20s. One night, I scared the hell out of myself after seeing my reflection in a plate glass window across the window. Oh my gosh, I've done that before. Like, I'll be walking and I would see like my reflection and I would think it was somebody and it'd scare the crap out of me. Shamanist Unicorn Tam saying, I love that these stories are always like the telephone game, yet feel there is some truth behind them. Yeah, I like them. Like, they're urban legends, but yet they're believable. So it's kind of, I kind of like them. Brandon's like, I love the Korean horror movies. A good one that I like, I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's a Korean horror film. It's called The Tale of Two Sisters. If you guys are up to reading subtitles and want a good Korean horror film, I suggest watching The Tale of Two Sisters. I'm not sure if it's on anything, but it was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. Spring storm, seeing empty buildings are eerie at night. It is, even if you're like in your house by yourself, you start hearing like creaks and cracks and movements, and you're like, what is that? What is that? Wendy's saying, I lived in a house where they wake the dead and had paranormal activity while their spirits walking by and lights turned on and things out of place in Puerto Rico. That is scary. Oh, Zero T's is asking, have you seen the movie The Black Phone? As we're talking about phones, very cool. Yes, I like that movie. The Black Phone also is really good as well. It's in English, so you don't have to worry about subtitles. Wank Sheaf Berry's asking if I believe in Bigfoot. It's like with UFOs. I believe in it, but I still need to see it to believe in it. Like, I believe in the possibility of it, but I need to see it to believe it. Even videos of people showing Bigfoot still doesn't make me a believer. I'd have to see it with my own eyes. Teresa's continuing her story. After that, every time I turned on the vacuum, I'd swear I heard voices like a crowd somewhere. It stopped when I turned on the vacuum. Only happened the night I scared myself and never again. Oh, that's weird. I don't even use English. I know now some of them have the English dubbing. I never liked that in the old Kung Fu movies because the person would be talking but their mouth would still be moving. Same thing. So I'd rather hear, and then the fact also too, I'm half Korean, so I like to listen to the language. And I'll be like, I don't understand Korean, but I hear bits like words and I'm like, oh, I know that. And then also too, it just keeps my mom alive in a way. And it reminds me of my mom. So even if I'm watching Japanese too, I'd rather hear the language than have an English dub. Plus, the voices don't ever go with the actors. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam saying the vacuum sounds like a vacuum of voice. It does, actually. Sometimes it does. So I get that how that happened to you, Teresa, because sometimes when you do turn on a vacuum, it does sound like people are talking. But the only thing is, I have to be in the mood to read subtitles. Because sometimes I just want to relax and just listen to a movie and kind of just have it in the background and kind of relax. So I have to really be in the mood to watch. D Nice is saying Kung Fu Hustle sounds funny, dubbed but hella serious in Cantonese or Mandarin. That's how Squid Games was. Like the dub version, I was just laughing. The voice did not go with the actors. Same thing. Like, I couldn't take it serious. And then when you would go to the Korean, it was like, oh my gosh, now I'm like into it. Melissa's like, I think the dubbing is funny. The voice actors are so bad. They are. Wink Sheep Berry wants some more spookiness. Continuing with the spookiness. Bunshin Saba. Bunshin Saba is the name of a spell used when summoning spirits. Originating in Japan, the game is also widely spread in Korea. You only need two things to play the game: a piece of white paper and a pen. Although pencils or ballpoint pens all seem to be serviceable, most commonly a red pen will be used. After drawing O and X on the paper, the two persons summoning the spirits will sit face to face and hold the pen together. Using the spell Bunshin Saba, a spirit is summoned. The participants can then ask questions to the spirit. For example, "Oh spirit, are you with us?" If the pen moves to the O, it means that the spirit has been summoned. You can finish the game by asking the spirit, "Please return now." If the pin moves to the O, it is safe to finish. However, if you decide to end the game without asking for permission, the spirit may seek you out to cause you harm. That sounds like a Ouija board almost. The game was very popular among young Koreans some years ago, and many Korean students have sat down face to face to read out the spell and summon a spirit. In 2004, a horror movie based on the game was released. May have to find that and check it out. That sounds like a version of a Ouija board. But I guess there's a movie based on it, so that'd be kind of cool to watch. The next one. Red or blue toilet paper. The next urban legend is also popular both in Japan and Korea. A few decades ago, squat toilets were still the most common kind of toilets in Korea. There's a myth that while you were squatting down and minding your business, a voice from below will suddenly ask whether you want red or blue toilet paper. Why does it sound like the Matrix with the red or blue pill? What color should you choose? There are a couple of different versions. Squat toilets. I'm assuming they're talking about the ones where the toilet is in the ground. Because I know they had those. Let me look it up. Yeah, it's those toilets that are in the ground. That makes perfect sense. But it still sounds like the Matrix. Bernadette. The first version tells that you would die if you choose the red toilet paper, whereas the blue paper means that you get to live. Another version has it that choosing the red paper will lead to your neck being what? Drenching your whole body in blood. But choosing the blue paper means that you will have all the blood in your body being sucked out, turning you into a pale corpse. In other words, it's a lose-lose scenario. Some say that if you reply, "I don't need any paper," or ignore the voice, you get to live. What would you answer? Sorry, I had to do it in the dramatic voice. Just remember, if you hear someone asking, "Do you want red or blue toilet paper?" say no. I have a bidet. Yeah, that's how they did it back then. I was watching a YouTuber, and they were going through to a Japanese school, and the toilets were on the ground, but it was a stall, like with a door and everything. Bernadette, it's like I'd be like, "I bought toilet wipes, I'm cool, SA." Rochelle saying there was this area in Nebraska where the toilet was in the ground and it was called rest area or something. It was so weird. It was near Carhenge. Carhenge? Shamanistic Unicorn Tam's like, "Oh my god, what color for the rest?" Wendy's asking a bidet. But bidet is that, I guess you can put it on your toilet seat nowadays, but or you have an extra toilet where it shoots water up to clean you. D Nice is like, her answer would be, "I have a bidet. I would be concerned if choosing red or blue water." Rochelle saying Carhenge is Alliance, Nebraska. It's like they did a replica of Stonehenge. Oh, okay. That is super. This is. I like the story. I like all these stories. I like the pictures of the. I like how the hands are coming out of the toilet. Choose one and forever pave your way. Ghost in the elevator mirror. Lastly, it's ending. I'm enjoying this. Lastly, there's also an urban legend about elevators. There are usually mirrors on both sides of the elevators. The two mirrors facing each other's create an infinity mirror, meaning that you could see an endless number of objects in the mirror. The elevator mirror ghost myth began as a result of this. If you look closely at your reflection in the elevator mirror, you might find that one of your reflections is actually a ghost. It is said that you should be especially scared of your 4th and 13th reflection. Although the ghost looks just like you, you will immediately realize that something is off. The ghost can move at will, even if you're standing still. And if you make eye contact with the ghost, you will end up dying soon. Many Koreans are therefore careful just to look at the first reflection in the mirror while in the elevator. You just don't know what might happen if you look at the other reflections behind you. I'm sad. That was the last one. Wink Shape Berry says, don't look in a mirror. Bernadette. Wendy always looks down in an elevator. Whenever I go in the elevator, I check if the hotel has a 13th floor. Because most of the time, I'm going to say 99% of the time, the hotel does not have a 13th floor. And then some elevators, I know the hotel for Mad Monster, they have like little sayings in the elevator. So it'll be like, smile today, or, something like that. Or, you know what? I think I have pictures of it. So I read those things. If there's something in the elevator, I always look to see. But I never really look at the mirrors. And then I make a comment about the music. I'm like, yep, this is elevator music. Which is weird because most of the elevators I go to don't have like reflective mirrors, I should say. It has like, it's mirror like, but it doesn't. Aaron saying most skip 13, it was bad luck. I know. There was one hotel that had a 13th floor. I think it was Excalibur. Because I actually went on the floor to take a picture. It was years ago. I think it was Excalibur in Vegas. Because I was like, oh my god, it has a 13th floor! Probably everybody thought I was crazy. So what did you guys think of those Korean urban legends? I liked them. Because they were different. They were different than the basic heart broke But I like those too. I like those stories with the heartbroken girlfriend that got dumped and was tragically had a tragic situation and then comes back and walks the lonely road to avenge or looks for her long lost love. I like those stories too. Wink Shapeberry saying, I never have any mirrors reflecting. Rochelle said, if I heard you shouting that, I'd be just terrified that something was suddenly going to happen. Heather Whatever said, good ones. Bernadette saying they were interesting and a little funny. Shamanistic Tam says they were very cool. Delea Lugo, I can't wait for the movie. Julissa said they were great. Christy said they were very creative. Teresa liked what she caught. Heather Whatever liked it. Zero Ortiz enjoyed it. Wendy enjoyed it. D Nice was like, you know how in elementary school you have a class number? I was number 13 for so many years because my last name starts with an S. No wonder I had bad luck in grade school. We used to line up by birthdays. And because mine's at the beginning of the year, I was always, because there was a guy, I remember his name too. His name was Jason. He was always in front of me. Then it was me every time in elementary school. Angel thought they were pretty cool. D Nice thought they were awesome. Tyranna loved the stories. I liked them. I liked them. Melissa's like, I'm December 20th, always last. Yeah, I was always... He was January 1st. His name was Jason, I still remember. And he was always the first person in line, and then it was me. So we were like the oldest people in our class, if you want to put it that way. That's crazy how I still remember his name, too. I don't remember who was after me, but I remember he was always in front of me. Wendy's saying we were seated alphabetically. Cool. Bernadette saying, was it Jason Voorhees? No. Wink Shave Bear saying the same. D Nice is saying March 19th, Bruce Willis and Glenn Close. Oh, that's cool. Super cool. Rochelle saying, I don't remember anything before 10. Whoa, that is crazy. She's saying something might have happened. Possibility. Wink Shapeberry saying March 18th. Super cool. Bernadette saying we went by our last names. I was a C. All right, guys, I am going to open it up for questions. Do you guys have any questions, concerns, criticisms? No, I'm just kidding. Complaints? No. Criticisms, complaints, comments, questions. Christy Fox is asking, do I remember my dreams? It's very rare now, since I'm older, that I remember my dreams. I do get one that trickles in every once in a while, but when I was younger, I would remember a lot of my dreams. But now, not so much. Carol, congrats! Seeing I'm engaged, that is super awesome, guys. Hearts for Carol, because I don't know anywhere else to say congratulations. That's super awesome. Congrats. Or say congrats, one of the two. Rochelle's saying, I remember at a very early age, my teenagers, I would have this repeated dream where my eye sockets were always gone and I was a dead body and I would lay there and it'd be a bug crawling out of them. That is crazy. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam's asking, have I been scared or startled recently? To be honest with you, after the stream on Saturday, when I went into my room, I have this sliding glass door and it goes into the backyard, right? And I always have the light on because I don't like, I always feel like someone's watching me. So I always have the light on so I could see outside. And then I was noticing, I haven't seen any critters back there because usually I get skunks or possums or something. I haven't had any. But for some odd reason, on Saturday, I really felt like someone was watching me. It was like it was a creepy feeling. And normally I'm fine, but that was weird. D Nice is like, my complaints, those stories were too short. In the words of Kylo Ren, more. I know. I wish they were longer. I totally agree. Brandon saying, I have a reoccurring dream where I end up back in high school even after graduating college. That is crazy. Carol saying, maybe if I upload it, at least it could live. Maybe I could figure something out. Bernadette saying, I have nightmares where I can feel scared and a black figure is always there and it's hard to wake up. When I wake up, I'm sweaty and I can still feel the darkness. That is crazy. That's scary, actually. Angel's asking, has anything happened in my office lately? No. Believe it or not, no. It's been kind of quiet. It'll happen when I least expect it. Like I'll catch something on the camera or I'll hear a noise, but lately it's been kind of quiet, which is weird. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam saying that is an eerie feeling for sure, Lisa. I was startled earlier tonight too. I had that feeling to not somebody watching me, but I forgot what day it was. A week ago? Tuesday? I think I came out of my room, I felt fine, but when I walked out of my room, like it felt weird. Like I just had this feeling too. So it's kind of weird that when I was in my room, I had a similar feeling, kind of. Teresa's asking, do I eat more of a vegetarian lifestyle diet like Lewis? Yes, I do. I do not eat meat. I still do eat cheese because I can't find a vegan cheese I like. But if I find one, then I would drop the cheese. And I'm not too much into milk. So eggs every once in a while, not too much though. Carol saying no more knocking. No, I haven't heard any knocking in here. It's been super quiet. D Nice is like the orbs are probably tired of you filming them. Shamanistic Unicorn Tan said the lady I'm renting a bedroom from was just standing outside my bedroom door waiting, not saying a word. Not the first time. She is a stranger to me, so I screamed. That's kind of creepy. Wink Shape Berries asking how do I get my protein? I do protein bars. Um Cheese, I guess. Tofu. I eat tofu. Not a lot of tofu, but I do eat tofu. Beans. D Nice, I totally agree. St. Dea cheese sucks. It does. I do not like it. Wink Shape Berry is becoming more vegetarian. That is cool. Zero saying I had very many bad dreams, but this one I was left in the department store, but like 50s, and there were chains holding the mannequins. The chains were rattling after 12 midnight. They became real. Woo! Bernadette say what Cheech Marin says, keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Teresa's asking, have I ever tried Amy's Kitchen frozen meals? If so, do you enjoy them? If you haven't, they prepare vegetarian and vegan. I've heard of them. But I've never actually tried. I think I tried. No, I don't think I've tried. Maybe the burritos? I think I've had. Like the frozen burritos? But I've never actually had the frozen meals. I should try one of those, to be honest with you. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam, I hope you do, because that is creepy. Wendy saying my dreams are horrific. Melissa. I do a lot of, which is probably bad for me, but I do sometimes. Well, my store stopped carrying them. For some odd reason, the store I shop at stopped carrying like the Beyond chicken nuggets or the Impossible chicken nuggets and all that. So I have to go somewhere else to get those, so I haven't been eating those, which is a good thing because too much process isn't good. But every once in a while I do like eating those. Teresa says my husband works at our local factories for... Oh, that's cool. Oh, I've had the cramp in the feet, though. That to me, that's just as bad as the leg. Bernadette. Wink Shape Berry saying, take snacks. We're going to a haunted house. I think, Matthew, that's what my problem is. I'm too tired to dream. That's why I haven't dreamt in a while. But every once in a while, like, my dad would pop in. Like, I think the last dream I had, my dad was in it. Alright, guys, keep the questions coming. Sabrina saying my scariest night was after a couple months of a child hiding in my hallway finally showed itself and it looked like a weird creature. It grabbed my feet all night and laughed, screamed all... Whoa, that is scary. Super scary. Wendy's saying my fiance says I have jittery feet, like I'm doing jazzercise. Nikki, how's it going? Rochelle saying I should see if Watch Over Voodoo Dolls would sponsor me. What? Wait a minute. What do those do? Those sound cool. Rochelle. Ah, Bernadette, that's sweet. I actually had a beautiful dream the other night. My grandmother was in her beautiful garden and Cookie was with her. They both looked at me and smiled and walked away together. That is super sweet. I'll have to try those, Teresa. Those sound good. I mean, I've seen them. I just never tried them. Wendy's like, no voodoo dolls. Tyrana is asking, what's the scariest thing that happened to me? Nothing really, besides being on a roller coaster, because I hate roller coasters. But I've never actually had anything creepy happen to me. I think the only time it was in this house, my parents had gone away. I think I was like 19. And I was in I had a room in the front of the house, and then later I had moved. I think I told the story before. And and then I moved to a room to the front of the house, but it happened in both rooms. But it was one night, I was in my room, and I remember I heard like this scratching, because there's bars on the house. I heard this scratching noise, like this, like, someone like holding onto the bar and like scratching onto the bar. But it was the room next to me. But I could hear it. Scared the crap out of me. I figured I'm staying in my room. I'm going to lock the door. I'm not going to come out. I remember I didn't even come out. I was so scared. And I go, if someone's in the house, they can take whatever they want. I'll just stay in here so I'm safe. So that morning, I come out, and there's nothing has been untouched. Even went to look at the windows, nothing. And I think it happened again, but this time I had moved to the front of the house. And I don't remember how long from, like, how long it had happened again. But it had happened again, but it was with the room I had before, where it was the same thing. Where it was like a scratching at the window and like a banging at the window, like on the bars. And then again, same thing. I'm not coming out. I'm like, didn't this just happen to me before? I'm like, what the heck? And checked the doors, checked the windows. Nothing was wrong. Nobody in the house but me in the morning. So I have no idea what caused that. I'm in Southern California. I do not sage. Sabrina's asking, do I go on paranormal investigation? And welcome. No, I want to. I do want to. I just haven't done one. I should do one on like the S Bridge or something in Pasadena, because that's free. So I may do that because I was thinking, where can I go that's kind of free that you can't get kicked out of? Rochelle's like, very interesting. I bet it was something, then somebody was there. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was something trying to get in. Because I remember it happened again. And it was on New Year's. I had just got home from Lewis's house. And it was on New Year's, I remember. And I was talking to him on the phone, I remember. And I heard a banging in the front of the house. But I didn't have my glasses on. So I went to the front of the house. And I think it was loud enough that it woke my roommate up. And I'm like, what the heck was that? And I could have sworn, but I didn't have my glasses on. And in the dark, I'm blind without my glasses. And I could have sworn I saw someone standing outside by the garage, because it was in the front, and it was banging in the front. But the roommate went out and said, oh, nothing's here. Nobody's here. But that was weird. It was like a big bang. And the scary thing about it, I had just gotten home. So there was nobody there. Wake Chief Barry saying, don't let anything get in. No, definitely. I don't. I don't open doors. Wendy's asking, why don't I sage? I just never I saged myself before, but I've never saged my house. Bernadette saying, I'm bringing you red dragon sage crystal and holy water. Zero's asking, what's up with the nonstop glooming days? I know, we're having June gloom here in Southern California. It's weird. Sabrina's saying we should get a crew together. I used to be part of one, but they all moved out of state. Oh, that's cool. Not the moving out of state part. That kind of sucks. Rochelle's like, no way for them to be in there. You checked all the windows. It's weird. Obviously, there's nothing that got in because I would have had more problems, which I haven't had. But, it's Melissa. It's crazy, though. But that was what I was thinking. I in my mind, I was like, something, not like some spirit-wise was trying to get in. Because I literally went outside, nothing was changed, nothing in the house was changed. I hit my microphone stand and it made this big vibration. Bernadette saying, I've been loving our thunderstorms in Colorado. Rochelle saying, I highly recommend burning bay leaves. That helps with anxiety levels. It gives off this chemical that just can help with all things really in your inner being. It helps clarify your mind, supposedly. Huh. I may have to try that. We had, because everyone's talking about rain, we had sprinkles, but I don't consider that rain because it was just like I could walk out and not get soaked. Guys, if you haven't joined my Discord, which I need to start posting more in, but I do say hi to you guys every once in a while when I go in there. D Nice has dropped the link. If you have Discord, go ahead and join. Sabrina saying it was fun. Last one we did was some medical offices next to Arrowhead Hospital. They asked us to come. It was pretty active. Cool. Wake Shafe Berry saying if you need protection, say by St. Michael and St. George, I will definitely keep that in mind if it happens again. But honestly, it hasn't happened in a long time. Wendy's asking what Discord's like a, how would you describe it? It's like a platform where you can chat with people. D Nice is like, if you have scary stories, please share on Discord. Yes, please. I'll share them on the show if you guys don't mind. Brandon is asking, is the Hollywood Forever Cemetery haunted? I heard it is. Sabrina's asking, how old was I when I had my first experience? I guess I was like 9. If you want to talk about that, the banging of the window, because I kind of feel like that. I don't think that was a person. I never thought it was a person. I was probably like 18 or 19. But then when I was a kid, I had weird dreams. Like I've said this before. Like I had a dream of my grandfather on my dad's side, but I never met him because he passed away before I was born. So it was weird that it never felt like a dream. It felt more like a memory, which was weird. And then I would have like this weird reoccurring dream when I was a kid that I would look out the sliding glass door, and I still remember it to this day. Like there was a tent out in the backyard in this dream, and these creatures were running around, and they would stick their face in the window. And I remember it was a reoccurring dream that I had when I was a kid, and it was crazy. Teresa's saying I'd say it's almost like an updated AOL-ish chat platform, but with voice, video, and links describing Discord. I like that. Christy Fox is saying I was 6. Wink Sheafberry's asking aliens. I believe in the existence of aliens, but I have to see like life on other planets. But I have to see a UFO to believe it. Rochelle's like, we should go to a haunted place and do like a seance and then videotape it for Lisa to see. That would be cool. I do like aliens. I do believe that there's life on other planets. I just need to see a UFO to believe it. I mean, it's possible, because what would we do if we were on some distant planet? We would take people and examine them. So it kind of makes sense to me that that could happen. Like, there's a possibility of that happen, but I have to see it to believe it. Sabrina's saying I was about 4 or 5. I saw the cowboy that still follows me. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Wink Shapeberry's like, I'd love to do a haunted house get together. Kirsty's saying I still love the movie Signs. It doesn't get old. I need to revisit that one because I think I've seen that one in bits and pieces. Alright guys, any last minute questions before I end the stream? Having too much fun with you guys and I lost track of time. Brandon's like, we should try a spooky stream with Nerd Report and Grayson Report at My Monster. We could do that. Bernadette's asking, who's better, Alf or E.T.? I like them both. Alright, guys. I must bid you all farewell. Thank you for joining me tonight. Enjoyed chatting it up with you guys. Really enjoyed the Korean urban legends. And I will see you on the next one. which is Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be there and be squared. Or be squared. Good night, guys. Tyranna, real quick, thank you for the super sticker of the corgi hearts for Tyranna before I leave. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. See you on the next one.